Hi ladies, so I am currently in Santa Cruz. I am staying at the Chaminade Resort and Spa, which is absolutely beautiful. So this is basically what my room is backing out onto. So you can see that there, just forest. It's super peaceful. It's been a really nice place to just come and just relax, create some content. I've been doing a lot of meditating, a lot of journaling, a lot of just being in the zone, and it's been super, super nice. Now, one of the things that I want to chat with you and share with you on this video is about how success comes when we are in alignment with our true desires and our true selves. Now, I've got some things I want to show you here. So as I mentioned, I'm in Santa Cruz at the moment, and I was just walking down the street the other day, and I stumbled across a crystal shop, which I was really excited about because I've been looking to get a new crystal. So I'm just going to show you actually the crystal that I bought. So if you can see that there. So it's an amethyst, which is something that I've been on the lookout for ages. So I was so happy that I stumbled across this shop. I also got as well a piece of Amazonite, which I'm actually going to hang off my necklace. And then, so the owner of the store, we got chatting. He was asking me why I was in California, and I explained that I am hosting an event in LA for female entrepreneurs, and I explained a little bit more about what my business is, how I'm a business coach, and I do sort of mindset work as well. And we got chatting, and he was saying he was looking to grow his business, so I gave him some social media advice, and I was telling him about how he could grow his business using things such as Instagram. And so as a thank you, he actually also gave me this little piece of citrine, which actually means abundance. It actually helps create abundance. So I thought that was pretty fitting, given that helping women create their most abundant and affluent lives is a big part of what I do. Now, I came away from the store and I just laughed to myself because I thought, wow, here I am. Normally, a few years ago, I probably would have been heading up the clothes shops and coming out with bags and bags of designer clothes or whatever. And here I am heading up the crystal shops and my bag is weighed down with all these rocks. And it made me laugh a little bit to think about how much more woo I've become over these past few years. But also, I guess, how much more woo my business has come as well. So when I first started out, my business was pretty much just about business strategy. I was all about strategy and, helping women grow their businesses. And it was based upon sort of digital marketing and social media. Now, these definitely still play a huge role in my business today. My programs are largely based upon business strategy, but there has definitely been much more of a shift towards the spiritual over the past sort of year or so. I've brought in this law of attraction work. I do a lot of work sort of about, being in touch with your spiritual side, about wealth consciousness and money mindset and transforming your belief system. And more recently, I've actually brought in a lot more work to do with sort of self-love and the role that self-love plays when it comes to manifesting success and the wealth that we want to see. Now, obviously this is a big sort of shift from where my business initially was, but I found that since I've made this shift, I have definitely seen a correlation between in terms of the success and the money that I've been able to see. And I've definitely just felt a lot happier in my business. I feel that I've been able to create content a lot more easily. I felt like I've been in my flow a lot more. And I've also felt that the clients I've been attracting have just been perfect clients. I felt like everybody that I've been working with have just been people that I've really resonated with, really connected with, and they have been women that I've been able to get incredible results for. And I think that all comes when you have that really good connection with a client. And the reason why I want to share about this with you, the reason why I'd like to share this with you is mainly because I think it's really important when you are thinking about creating your coaching brand, when you are trying to figure out your niche, when you are trying to establish who you are as a coach, and when you are trying to figure out what you want to be, what you want to put into your programs. It's really, really important to start thinking about what it is that really lights you up, what it is that you really, really resonate with, and what it is that you're really passionate about, and just being really unapologetic about that. Now, it's really tempting sometimes, and I think this is because we're told so much that, when we create our business, we have to think about, okay, what is it that our audience want? What is it that our audience need? What is it that our audience are going to be willing to invest in us in? And whilst all of these questions are very important, we have to obviously provide a service to people. We have to obviously be helping people solve problems. That's what we do as entrepreneurs, and that's what we do as coaches. That's what we do. But I think there has to also be some sort of connection with serving ourselves. And serving ourselves comes from creating a business that is aligned with our passions and the things that we resonate with. So there has to be this balance. It can't just be about providing something that we think other people others need and want. It can't just be about thinking about, okay, what is going to help our audience? Because for me, the success really has come when I've thought about not just about what I think will help my audience, but what are the things that I really, really love learning about? What are the things that I really, really love teaching? What are the things that I really, really love talking about? What are the things that I'm naturally feeling a connection to? So for me, this really has been about the wealth consciousness work, the mindset work, this spiritual element that I've definitely drawn into my business, this idea of like the law of attraction, and again this idea, this principle of self-love, which is something that I've definitely been drawn to more recently. And so when you create your business, you want to be thinking, okay, am I being really honest with myself? Am I creating something that is really, really true to my passions? Or am I creating something based on what I think people are going to spend money on? Am I creating my business based on what I've seen other people create? Am I basing my coaching programs around what I think my audience need and want, or what I think is going to be the thing that will make them invest? Am I basing my programs perhaps on what I've seen others create and what they've seen a certain amount of success with? So am I perhaps mimicking other coaches within the industry too much without being true to, the things that really, really light me up? Now, the incredible thing about the coaching industry is, for me, and it's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about it, is because it is one of the only industries I feel that we have complete creative freedom to create our business, to create our brand, and to create our programs entirely the way that we choose. We aren't guided by any set rules at all. We've got total creative freedom on this. So you are going to be doing yourself a huge disservice, and you're also going to be doing your clients a huge disservice if you don't act upon that. You really have to take that opportunity to create your business in a line with, what really, really lights you up. And you will find that when you do so, that is when the success will come. So use this time now. If you are at the beginning of your journey, if you are trying to figure out who you want to be as a coach, don't try and feel that you need to fit into a certain mold. Don't feel that you need to create your programs in a certain way, or don't feel that you as a coach have to be a certain kind of person, or share a certain kind of message or act in a certain way because you feel that that is the only way that people are going to invest in you. I promise you that people will start investing in you. People will start paying attention to you when you are being true to yourself, when you are being in alignment with who you really are. So as I mentioned, when I first started, I definitely shied away from anything that was spiritual because, to be honest, I thought it was going to put people off. I thought people would think, oh, well, that's a little bit too woo-woo and I want to get results. Anything that's too spiritual is probably not going to lead me to the money. It's probably not going to get me the results. I thought, okay, well, people don't need to know about the principles of sort of self-love and this, this whole idea of, self-worth and how we really need to just fall in love with ourselves first. I shied away from that because I was thinking, well, people don't care about that. People just want to know how to build an audience. People just want to know how to get their first client. But what I found is, for me, these are things that I really love speaking about. And for me, they're things that really, really are important, and they really underpin the success and the wealth, and they really make a difference, I feel, for helping people get results and helping people get themselves to where they want to be. So I shied away with this to begin with, thinking that, okay, this isn't what people need. This isn't what people are looking for. People aren't looking for help on self-love, or, people don't want to know about crystals or whatever. So I shied away from any of that. I also was worried as well what people would think, mainly sort of like friends and family. I didn't want them to start thinking that all of a sudden I'd just gone crazy, got a heavy dose of the crazies, waving my crystals around or whatever. So I was a little bit worried about what other people would think, because I know this sort of shift into spirituality, it's definitely been something that I've always felt a deep connection with, but I've kind of always felt a little bit too shy to admit it, because not everybody gets it. And, I definitely have family members, hi mum, who probably thinks the whole thing's a little bit strange, and friends that just don't really get it at all. But that is totally fine, because at the end of the day, they're not my audience. My audience are the people who do get it and who do resonate with my message, and this will be exactly the same for you as well. So whatever you are passionate about, whatever is really sparking your interest, so maybe for you it's chakra cleansing, maybe it's talking about things such as vulnerability or shame, maybe it's, waving your crystals in the air, whatever it is, whatever is the thing that you're feeling most drawn to, that is a sign that that is what you're meant to be doing. That is probably a sign that that is going to be your core zone of genius, and that is the sort of area that you should start focusing on. So it doesn't mean to say that you need to create all of your business entirely around this one area. So for me, I don't have a completely spiritual business. My business very much is about helping women become coaches, helping women step into the coaching industry and create these incredibly successful coaching empires. But I have weaved elements of my passions into my programs. That's how I've done it. So, I've got this whole module about wealth consciousness. I often like to talk about things such as crystals and meditation and journaling and mindfulness, because these are the things that I really enjoy. So this is what you can do as well. And this is where, again, you've got total creative freedom. And this is where you can start creating a program that is completely unique, because you start to weave into your core program these elements and these interests and these ideas and philosophies that you really, really love. So I hope that that is giving you all some food for thought today, because for me it really, really is an important point. As I mentioned, once I really started just creating content that I really loved and started weaving into my programs the things that just really lit me up, that for me has been when I've been able to witness huge shifts in terms of my success and the wealth and the clients that I am ultimately working with. So give it a go. Now, before I go, I just want to remind you that the Clique Elite coaching program, I'll post a link to it underneath this video. But within that program, one of the things that I will be encouraging the women that sign up to do is to help them create a coaching brand that is true to them and true to their desires and true to their passions, and making them realize that they don't have to go out and just copy what else is already being created out there. They don't have to follow the cookie cutter model of what they think a coaching business should look like. They don't have to create a coaching program that is the same as everybody else's. Again, it's about following what is true to you, being in true alignment with, your passions and your desires. So this is a big part of what I will be helping you achieve as part of the Clique Elite group coaching program. So if you are interested in signing up for that, or learning a little bit more about what that program entails, then as I mentioned, I have posted a link below so you can find out all of the details there. If you've got any questions for me, or if you would like any more support or guidance about figuring out your niche or who you want to be as a coach, or anything that I've mentioned within this video, then please feel free to share any questions that you have in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will look forward to catching up with you again soon. Bye.